What are the best free online certificates you can complete that will actually look good on a resume? Not free but very cheap, $50, Google Analytics Cert Edit. Actually I was wrong, I haven't been certified in a while and it used to be $50, it's free now. https www.launchdigitalmarketing.com. How to pass Google Analytics certification. FEMA certification. It's long and repetitive but it looks good to employers so they understand that you have knowledge of a basic command structure and how to handle adverse situations. Edit. For anyone looking for the link here, it is https://training.fema.gov. The courses are under independent study. Edit. Wow, I'm glad so many of you found this helpful or at least interesting. Thank you for the gold coin, stranger. Also, for those asking about programs like this in other countries, this was the closest lead that I could find. training.fema.gov. Educalage list at their countries. Bookmarks to forget about later. YouTube offers a certification in audience growth and development. It's a requirement for some job listings and people are always impressed when you say you're certified. Edit. Turns out there are limitations on who is eligible for certification. I was working at McCann at the time, managing one of the largest channels on the site when I got certified. When applying for other jobs, every one of them said YouTube certified is A+ or must be YouTube certified. Edit 2. The certification process is a long one and is mostly slideshows, a series of videos and fake scenarios, with a multiple choice quiz after each section. It covers best practices for upload schedules, thumbnails, banners, description layout, tags, really everything there is about YouTube. At the end you get emailed a PDF from Google saying you are officially certified. Salesforce Trailheads. It will teach you how to use and operate any part of Salesforce and is completely free. Lots of companies don't understand how to operate their own Salesforce, so this could get you a high-paying job free. Edit. People keep asking what Salesforce is. Salesforce is a way for a company to track everything that is done at a company. For example, Amazon, when you create an account you create a profile that they put into Salesforce that keep track of who you are. This information then can be used to sell to you, creating a custom experience. Another use could be a bank that has many customers and want to know which customers are the most loyal, have the most referrals and other such factors. Edit number 2, changed it to correct name Salesforce Trailhead. Thank you, employee of Salesforce, I read your comment. Let me tell you something, as someone who has hired a lot of staff over many years. Get something to put on your resume. 90% of what we're looking for is that someone is willing to put in effort. If you can show that you've taken free courses, and put in your own time to improve yourself and your career, you are far ahead of 90% of the resumes we receive. The other 10% is the skills you bring to the table. Not free depending on the state you live in, but look into becoming a notary public. You are able to notarize legal documents. I've had a couple of friends ask if I can stop by their offices to notarize documents for people. Super useful to have around. In NYS, it's $15 to take the test, and if you pass, 70% minimum of multiple choice, it's $60 to get the license. But I've definitely gotten my value for it, and it's good for the entire state. http://www.deputtyheartattack.org. I had to do it a few years ago for a hospital I worked at. It's a basic little certification that shows you understand the signs of heart attack and also goes into why people are reluctant to get help. It doesn't give you a CPR certification or anything, but the idea is if you catch it early enough you won't have to do compressions. Good info in it. Edit. Neat. I'm at work tonight and unable to respond to everyone, but, as other people have said, if someone becomes unresponsive, do compressions. Don't waste your time trying to figure out if they're having a heart attack. To the people who took the little course offered on the website, I really hope you found it valuable. Edit 2, yes, please do check for a pulse before cracking ribs. I've seen them done on people who weren't actually in cardiac arrest and they did not enjoy it. Should have included that in the last edit. FreeCodeAcamp.com offers an online certificate in front-end programming, HTML5, CSS, JavaScript and jQuery, with 0 experience required. Definitely worth it to check it out. If you are a programmer who uses databases, MongoDB is providing free MongoDB certification university.mongodb.com courses. This is a great way to get certified on one of the leading NoSQL databases out there. On the EPA website, you can get a certificate for NPS, National Pollution Discharge Elimination System. Will be good for any environmental, energy, chemical, or related field job. Added to https://www.epa.gov/NPS training. Click recorded. Scroll down section 1. IBM Watson Analytics 101. It may only be free for students, but it does give you a certification. My professor said this would be good to have on your resumes and will assure you really understand the power of big data analytic tools. https://cognitiveclass.a Courses Introduction Watson Analytics. When Reddit becomes useful all of a sudden. EDX and Mix has a ton of free courses online. After the course you can get a certificate from them by passing a test that costs anywhere from free up to $500, but most are around $50. https://www.edx.org. Series back 5 years ago MIT announced badges where you could take MIT courses and then if you passed an online test you would get a badge that said you knew the subject. While I can find a poster for it http://web.mit.edu/%20 badges%20 poster.pdf I cannot seem to find the MIT site to use. If you have a public library card, lots of cities partner with lynda.com which you can access for free through your public library's portal. Normally the subscription is $800 year. I don't think there are certifications, but there's tons of courses and learning paths. Boating License. It's an 8-hour class and easy test. Works in every state in the USA and all of Canada. Free for people under 18. $10 for over 18. No renewal required. I honestly forgot all the rules, but it's a great thing to have. The Digital Garage by Google https://learndigital.withgoogle.com Digital Garage. It shows that you have knowledge of how online marketing, analytics, AdWords, email marketing etc. works. It's a good introductory certificate and you can put it up on LinkedIn. Not free but very cheap $30 plus StackSkills.com offers classes that range anywhere from learning how to become a network penetration tester, how to hack Android phones, how to code, and how to make apps. It's extremely useful and they have a solid refund policy if it doesn't work out for you. Edit. The average price I noticed on there was $30. There are many classes that are cheaper and also some that are more expensive. They also sometimes come in bundles which really gives you more bang for your buck. You can get 6 Sigma White Belt for free. Looks great for supply chain majors. Well, it's not an actual certificate but learning programming languages is easy to do now online. For me as a chemist I'm using Python now and many others are still using Excel which is too slow compared to Python. OP is going to be a god in a few months. Personally, I'm a fan of the online ISLA course. No matter what your job is, or the odds of running into someone who is hard of hearing, it's effectively learning a new language and being able to communicate with a good chunk of the population. It is especially good for any service industry, public sector, or communications job. Added one thing to keep in mind is that just knowing ISLA doesn't mean that you know the culture. DefHH community is very deep and diverse. If you are interested in learning more than the basics to assist, I highly recommend learning about the culture a bit. Smile. NPTEL. I don't know they offer courses for global users. I enrolled one course about information security. It was pretty good. They gave me certificate, hard copy. https://onlinecourses.mptel.ac.in Explorer Edit. I didn't expect that this thread will get this much attention. So, I'd like to elaborate this topic a bit. First of all, my apologies for giving the wrong URL. I have now updated the correct URL. Register with your Gmail ID. For those wondering, NPTEL, National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning, is a joint initiative of the ITS and ISC. Through this initiative, they offer online courses and certification in various topics. I am not sure they offer courses for international users. Course is free, but you need to pay for the exam and certification. At the time of enrolling a course in NPTEL I paid Rs.1000 INR. I got a certificate, hard copy. The certificate is pretty neat, decent, well framed. I enrolled a course titled Information Security. It was 6th level course. I completed only 1 level. They provide assignments during the course. You need to complete the assignments in order to be eligible for the exam. You can view list of online certification courses from NPTEL to be offered between July to November 2017 in this link, http://nptel.ac.in local chapter assets spokerft extentative course release July 2017.pdf. A CPR certification can be earned online. I don't think that an online course is adequate to teach you to respond to a real emergency, but a hiring manager in his 60s who had too many cheeseburgers in his or her life might like the idea of having someone like you around. Smile at it. A lot of people are telling me you need to do the actual test in person, and you should. An online certification will never compare to practical experience. Your mileage may vary,